Today, we're calling someone that wants to place their boyfriend to a loyalty test. As always, we're going to censor out any sensitive information just in case somebody watching recognizes her and ends up telling him, yo, you are about to be tested.
Hi.
Alrighty. You wanted to put your boyfriend to the test. So could you give us a rundown on exactly why was it that you wanted to test him?
Yeah, we were in premarital counseling because I wanted to do that before we got engaged even. It was the day before our first session that we had a major problem, which was him texting someone else. And the biggest about it was that he tried to convince me she was a friend and to let her come over to our house. And when he had first mentioned it, my very first thought was like, coworker, female friend, but I tried to play it cool and I was like, hey, yeah, a friend of yours is a friend of mine, of course. He had never given me a reason to not trust him. But he brought it up so many times throughout the day that I was like, why are you pushing this issue? He was making sure that I wasn't upset about it. I was like, no, it's fine. It's my friend, And finally I was like, maybe I need to gauge this friendship. Can I see what kind of friendship you have? Would you mind if I read through some of the messages? And oh my God, he looked so guilty, but he gave me a right away. And I started reading their conversation and yeah, it was not a friend. And she was 20 minutes away from going to be coming to our house for a party for the night. Whoa. I was furious.
Nah. Wait, what did the messages say? Like, what was the vibe between them?
They were just like casually flirting at work, and she would always talk about how she's working out and dieting, and she would send him pictures, and he'd say, nice, and stuff like that. And at one point, he said, hey, that's not fair. And she said, teasing isn't cheating. And he said, sure.
Oh,
no. Come on,
brother. Dirty.
I guess he was watching a movie and she made a comment. Like, she reminded him of one of the characters, and so she said, oh, I hope it's a dirty movie or something like that.
Whoa.
Like she wanted it porn. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And then the last thing she said that really pissed me off was she was trying to convince him to invite her over to the party. And so he went ahead and said, yeah. And she said, well, I understand if your girlfriend doesn't want to hang out with your slightly attractive coworker if she's intimidated or something. I was like, oh my God, she is not even attractive for one. She's got a receding hairline.
Damn.
And for two, no, I'm not intimidated. Bitch, come over.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're talking about.
Big dog shit. You securing yourself. That's what we like to hear. Okay.
So she was 20 minutes from arriving, and then what happened? She arrived?
No, I kind of lost my temper. She had been texting me too. She got my number and started texting me about coming over, and she was very, very two-faced in the messages.
Was she flirting with you?
And so I called her from my phone, and I was like, I can't believe you were trying to come over to my house tonight. Seriously, teasing, isn't cheating? Stuff like that. I kind of wish I would have waited. I did, immediely.
What was her reaction? Was she confrontational? Was she apologetic?
She was extremely immature and just super pathetic.
How did it go? What did she say? Like, was she like, I'm going to take your man? Like, how did it go?
She literally said something along the lines of LMFAO and then hung up and blocked me.
Oh,
which made me
no, honey. That's
argue with
Fade on sight.
Your boyfriend is still working with her. Is he still talking to her, communicating with her?
He is.
They work in different offices, so they're like hours away technically, but they see each other once a month when they transfer the samples between their companies. I told him do not talk to her ever again, of course, and so all I can do is take his word.
Damn.
That didn't sound too convincing.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to think? He convinced me to bring her over.
Yeah, that's my question. Like, what did he think would happen? Like, he knew how he was texting her.
He thought the girl he liked and his woman were going to be cool.
What was his plan in inviting her over to your house?
That was it.
I don't know. I don't think he had much of a plan. I don't know. I don't know what his thoughts were. But then we just recently, I've been thinking about the submission, and I was back and forth on, I don't know if I should, maybe we've communicated and healed through it, because then we finished premarital counseling. But the other day, actually, so last week, I occasionally go through his phone now. I didn't ever used to do that, but now I do, because I don't trust him as much. So one week I saw a conversation with a new coworker called Tori. And so I read through it real quick. I was like, oh, another female coworker. Read through it. It was perfectly harmless. It's like, okay, cool. The next week, I saw it again. And so I opened that conversation to read through it again, see if anything had changed. And he had deleted the past conversation. It was like a whole... And so I confronted, are you serious? Why would you delete that? How... Nothing happened. He deleted it because he didn't want me to get mad. And I said, well, now I am
that's
mad
worse.
because I talked about it or not. I don't trust you or believe you.
Yeah, he's hiding it now.
Damn.
He running through the coworkers.
He is. I ain't gonna lie. He too friendly, and he is flirting probably with every single coworker. And then getting their messages. Do you see them talking about anything work related?
That's what so he has 2 phones. One is a work phone and one is his private phone. And I have said, be on the work phone. I don't know why they keep going personal phone. And he's so good. Otherwise, like, I still want to marry him. I don't really know what I would do if he fails this test. I mean, I want to go.
Sorry, you're kind of breaking up a little bit on us. What was that again? Sorry.
I actually was breaking up in my own voice. I didn't know what to say next.
Oh, got you.
Okay, so you said you still want to marry him.
Regardless.
Yeah, he's a really, really good man and good person in all regards, except for this, like, casual flirting instances that have happened. Aside from that, he's very good. So it's really hard for me to wrap my mind around just walking away when we have such an awesome life together. We have such an awesome relationship in every regard.
How do you know this is just casual?
Mm-hmm.
They could be doing something at work.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I guess I don't know for sure.
We're not here to put anything in your head. We're just here to help you think of different perspectives that could possibly happen. You want to bring things to your awareness because we don't want you to be blindsided by this stuff.
Right.
But
I appreciate it.
Because we don't know either, but he could possibly be doing the dirt at work. Because all you catch is the harmless cheating, like Mishka said, the texting and, flirting and stuff like that.
Well, I don't think he's doing anything physical, especially at work. It would be impossible at his work because he has two careers. One is the job he goes to every day, and then the other is the Army. So, like, this weekend, he's leaving for drill. He's going to be gone all weekend. And there have been girls there who have been a problem, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I've heard some things about the Army guys.
So he's just a big flirt, is what it sounds like.
When I knew when I met him, he was kind of a slut, but I liked him.
Oh.
So you turned a hoe into a house husband.
Or she wants to.
Right.
She's trying to.
Now I'm like, I don't know, am I? I don't want to keep trying to put a leash on this dog. If you're going to run.
What have been the interactions that have happened while he's away on base?
There was one person I heard on a phone call, I think, one time. And I had already heard her name lots of times because she's what they call a barracks bunny. So that means, like, pretty much everyone she sleeps with. She's one of and she was sitting next to him at a table while they're drinking and playing games, getting real flirty. And he hesitated because he thought that I would be mad. And I said, don't you realize it's always so much worse when you tell me later? That's why I'm getting mad, because you don't tell me first. I find out later. That's what's pissing me off. I don't need to keep hearing about it as if it's the news. Just be honest with me. I had no trust issues coming into this relationship. Like, issues for so long, and now it's every little thing. When I see him hold his phone weird, I'm worried about things now. Damn. I don't think he's meeting with me because I see his schedule and, like, I see him every day. Like, there's never been times throughout the day where he's unaccounted for, but it is the phone stuff that I'm worried about, because he tried to convince me that was a casual conversation twice. That first one was definitely not a casual conversation.
Yeah. Because if he can't do it in front of you, he knows he's doing wrong.
Mm-hmm. And would you count him, like, doing all this flirting and texting with these other women? Would you consider this cheating in y'all definition of cheating? Because, everybody defines it differently in relationships.
I do consider it cheating. I consider it like cyber cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to flirt on me, why would you do it over the phone?
And that's all that matters. Those are your boundaries.
And you are confident that you feel like that's all he's capable of. He won't go to the next level, which is physical cheating.
I'm not confident that he wouldn't.
Okay.
I think if there were a party scenario, or if he's with his buddies and he's getting drunk and, like, someone were to come on to him, I don't know if he would say yes or no. I really don't know if he would just tell me later and beg for forgiveness again, because so now my thought is, how many more boundaries do we have to discover? Yeah. Can't you just not think of this? Stop having me discover things.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think he lies to me often. But then again, I've got these examples now that have just uprooted my trust for him.
Yeah.
I still feel ready to marry him, but you can hear the hesitation. I definitely don't want to call off the marriage.
Because you guys are engaged, right?
I think what will happen if he does cheat is we're going to go back to therapy. We'll postpone the wedding.
So you'd forgive him.
She likes this man.
No, she loves
You're
him.
in love.
She's in
with
love
this man.
She is not going anywhere.
So even if you get cheated on, you would just want to go to therapy?
Yeah, I would.
Dang.
Is there anything that he can do that will make you be like, okay, no, this is it. I'm completely done with you. We're over.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have to do with women cheating.
Oh,
What's
what would
that
it have to do with?
Probably his two best friends, who are like our biggest issue right now, aside from this distrust.
Do
His
tell.
two best friends,
Wait, please elaborate.
they're his chosen brothers, like not blood family. And I've had 8 of them in the last couple of months. And one of them even tried to talk him out of proposing to me. And so that guy doesn't believe their alpha male mindset. So I never liked him from the beginning. So when that happened, I was like, cool, we're just not friends. That's fine.
Oh,
he
wow.
sees him at
Still around?
He tried.
Your man's not picking you
proposing to
over?
you?
No, he tried talking him out,
Oh,
him out of proposing
Oh,
to
I
her.
was
Yeah.
about to say.
So is my fiance. After that conversation, they have not spoke since,
Okay.
but they're going to see each other. So he plans to confront him there. And I don't know how that's going to go. I guess I'll see. So that's what I'm saying. One thing that would be the end of it for us is if he comes back and he's just like puking up the same shit that friend says, no, friends. If they're going to run our lives, go make a life with them.
Right.
So if he's going to keep choosing them, choose them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's not really the issue of possibly cheating. It's really the issue of the influence of the other men in his life.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's all still loyalty. With women, though, I think it's a little bit different because he has a troublesome past, and I don't really want to get into that on your show, no offense.
Gotcha.
That's
No
for
problem.
him.
You don't have to.
Whatever you're comfortable with sharing.
So yeah, well, we're definitely up for helping you try to set up a loyalty test, Alexandria, if you really want to go through with it and everything. And hopefully all goes well this weekend, and you don't end up cutting things short sooner. Have you given it some thought in terms of like a scenario that could work to place him to this test? Do you want to place your partner to a loyalty test, whether online or in person? Fill out our submission form and we'll give you a call. You can choose to stay anonymous or come on to the show.